We talked about a little bit what we want to discuss. It's like some some sort of abyssal nature, of fate, essential, not magic, but something you can find only with someone who chooses you, and you accept or choose. No, no, only that you also choose, not accepting. So it's about if someone actually is in idea of serenity, meaning somehow couple. So last time we tried to explain that this outer circle here, there, that represents basically the three concepts that would be displayed here. Because if you view this outer circle in conjunction to the picture you want to be or that your fate is, then this circle represents how you draw to the ideas what is of this picture by this idea. Meaning, for example, if you calculate 1 plus 2, then you still end up with a possibility for calculating 2 plus 1, and that is then a difference in thought process, and for that hints to why this lower circle here gives you the illusion that this inner circle is creating or guiding the outer circle, meaning the picture that you are or that you find in someone is not what love is. And the three concepts would have been awareness, rife, and serenity or something of it. Meaning awareness, uh, spirit, and rife. Now, the frame here, this one, that would be what is you or what you want to become. And this outer layer would be where your reason is stopping at all cost, even without influence from outside. So this inner circle is basically your desire. It overlaps with what you want to be to some degree, unless your picture is totally free. To some, maybe. So, but then you're still what you are, right? It's then that you're not what you desire, but your desires are then you. So it's fairly relevant. Now, uh, this outer circle there is the projection of the inner circle by the lowercase illusion. So this is the projector for the hologram, right? Then there is a drawn circle by the three ideas of the card by the middle circle that is encompassing the other one. So in mathematical terms speaking, you now calculated 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1. So you think, is it going towards 3 or is it going away from 3? It's fairly relevant. Um, or you basically think, oh, it's 3, like me. 3 is 3, yeah. Sometimes. Depends on the form. It's a very conscious thing. That's not atypical to man or woman. Now, the problem is that there is a misconfusion. If all of these circles are just four circles and there are not more in the picture drawn, meaning these little circles or some abstract ones are not in the picture, or the picture is not a circle itself or the frame or anything. Also, that the frame itself is not a frame and that there's really no abstract illusion more than what the picture is. That would be wrong. There can always be more circles. But if this lower illusion circle is independent of this one here, meaning what you draw and become of yourself by your choice, then 1, 2, 3 circles don't make the picture. The inner circle plus this thing doesn't make the picture. The inner circle plus that circle here plus the lower circle somehow gets to the picture, but there where fate intervenes by the three concepts, especially by rife, meaning dream and reason, to become what you are by your own choice. Now, mathematically speaking now, if your desires are what is your core and they only project to outer randomness what you will be in an overlapping with the picture you portray to yourself or that you are or the story you write, then the lower circle is fairly relevant for that idea, but not for the view on it. And it's not your father and your mother this time, this circle. That's a whole different idea. But this circle down here, this lower circle that illusions and projects the upper ideas, meaning your first moment or spark moments or something like it, that is fairly irrelevant. It's not the same as inspiration though. Because it doesn't overlap. It doesn't even has anything to do with it. Because mathematically speaking, the overlapping of a quadra or a cube with a circle can be never something that is of any geometrical nature that is not of a sphere case. Meaning, if by randomness law that randomness always excludes some idea of random, and your inner desires are not random but chosen, meaning when they overlap with the picture, by calculation, randomness now can be collected to some idea of statistics. Law 3 takes step as soon as you know that there is an outer projective layer that basically resembles why randomness is calculated out, meaning what you want to become, in a metaphysical abstract sense speaking. And then the inner circle of desire is what forms what is of these layers and the picture by law of 1 equals 1. So, mathematically now explained. If the inner circle is how many people are of one sort, meaning how many circles in this encompassing or the evaluation of the outer circle to the inner circle are in the combination of ideas. And the outer circle represents how many are calculated out by randomness to be calculated out that it is not apparent. Then, any of the sort, meaning a quadra, an illusioning or just a flat circle, or a drawn circle that is even perfect but not truly a circle, is not in the equation. Because by linear equation, this circle can only become this idea at max, that there's some part here less, or some part here, something like derivations of it. Now, if this represents all the sum of what is in the whole of, for example, pictures, and this the pictures that are not by missing lines here, then all the pictures that will be in this one here need to be represented by some sort of what the outer circle is. But if it's calculating out to that inner circle, the representation will most likely at some point in the near future be the most perfect it can be by combination. And why is that the case? Because if so, that sum of 3 equals sum of something, meaning n, then at some point number x will account for something that n can be. Now, that would mean love is without any doubt, but also just irrelevant because it's just a feeling. Wrong. Your picture, your fate, really much is the overlapping idea between these circles. So how is it possible? It's the downward here, the illusioning one, that makes the picture apparent. It makes the picture apparent. Hello, Doma is Vicky. Mal Bensley. What up? Like, of course, I cannot make a whole mathematical equation in this video, but it's my best try to give the first explanation how I think this could work. Because if all the pictures are in this frame accumulated in a circle that is perfect and whole, then the outer layer of the same idea of the same wholeness in being will always at some point have some of the disappearance overlapping in the circle. Always. And then it needs to be still the same idea, same fate, and still freely chosen on both sides. Meaning love is freely determined in 100% of all of cases. But not like a free choice to have some idea. It's really determined by love. It sounds very weird. So that's why love is, in my mind, in really abstract and weird and nonsensical talk. Sorry, difficult to explain, but nonetheless some sort of explanation given. Of course, not enough. This to explain this would take years and might not be allowed, ever. So last try given. If sum of x equals sum of n plus n in an idea of picture that is self-chosen to be illusioned by the frame and being itself, meaning being sum of x, then sum of n plus n will at some point have n square minus q equals n or x by premise x square equals sum of x. Logic. If previous philosophical arguments hold, premise also most likely proven if understood, meaning sum of n plus n will at some point give any idea to why sum of x is thinking the same hypothetical picture as the sum of n is calculated out by anything in what is sum of x. Yeah.